Toyota is starting a family with the Prius. Here's the entry-level C. Will I be impressed? Let's find out. On the outside, it does have an ovoid shape, so it also has a family resemblance. To increase overall economy, Toyota has really paid attention to the shape. It was designed in the wind tunnel, and it shows. It's also a nice look. If you think it looks a bit like the Yaris, well, you're right. It's built on the same platform. Overall, I think the shape is a winner. It still looks like a Prius, but it's also fun. Those familiar with the Prius will immediately pick out the fact that the steering wheel stays the same. But the rest of the interior, including the shift knob, is really just like any other compact car. The Level 2C here features cloth seats. I like the fact that they don't feel tacky or cheap, and they also look great. Radio and ventilation controls are pretty straightforward. Choosing a Level 3 or 4 Prius C gets you a nice 6.1-inch infotainment screen. Up on the information screen, you can toggle through plenty of settings. You can even compare your overall gas mileage with another car you own. Pretty amazing. There's also nice storage. This one is designed for your smartphone. While Toyota was heavily concentrated on making sure the front seat occupants have the most room, the back seat occupants don't suffer much. There's also a decent sized trunk. And for 17.1 cubic feet of storage, just fold the back seats down. And there you go. One of the great things about the Prius is the smart key system. You just have to be close to it, it senses you and opens right up. And then once you're in, just go ahead and press the brake and then the power button, and it turns right on. But gone is the quirky Prius Shifter. With this one, it's just like any other car. Put it into gear and go. Power comes from the same engine that's found in the Generation 2 Prius, although this one is highly modified. Expect to average 53 miles per gallon in the city, 46 on the highway, and 50 overall. Very impressive. In terms of pricing, from just under $19,000 to just over $23,000, you get to choose between 4 grades of the Prius C. There's the entry level, the 2, the 3, and the 4. Now with the 3 and the 4, you start getting into some tech options, navigation. They're all Bluetooth friendly, so that's a good thing. And on the 4th level, you can actually get either 15-inch alloy wheels or upgrade to 16-inch alloy wheels. The general feel you get while driving the Prius C is not that it's a hybrid actually. It's just a compact car. That's what it feels like. A Mazda 2, you know, something along those lines. Just a good, maybe economy-oriented small car. But this one is the smartest of them all. With 53 miles per gallon, you know, that's pretty amazing. And it feels just like any other compact. I definitely think Toyota is going to sell a lot of these Prius Cs. Has a nice feel to it. Some interesting numbers to consider with the Prius C. Well, this one is 19% lighter than the Generation 3 Prius. It weighs in at 542 pounds less, about 2,400 and change pounds. So it's a light car. Also, 17.1 cubic feet of storage space with the back seats folded down. Pretty impressive. And of course, most impressive is that 53 number, 53 miles per gallon. Now, if you opt for a Level 4 Prius C, then you'll automatically get 15-inch alloy wheels. But there is an upgrade, and this one has it. This one's equipped with the 16-inch alloy wheels. And besides better grip, they've also changed the steering dynamics. So while you're in a parking lot and the turning radius will be affected, it's actually a larger turning circle, but the overall feel and sportiness and handling is actually improved. So being a sports car guy, I think I'd go for this one. It's a little more expensive, and of course you'll lose about 1 mile per gallon in overall fuel economy, but to me that's a small price to pay for a little bit of a more sporty feel, and I also like all of the options that come with it. Also, when you move up to trim level 3 and 4, you can get Toyota's Entune, which keeps you in touch with Bing, Pandora, basically your tech options. You can pick a restaurant to eat at, and it'll tell you how to get there. So it's tech savvy and it's price friendly. That's what you want in an entry-level car. With the Prius C, outward visibility is good. No real blind spots to speak of. So what Toyota has done here with the Prius is they're basically building a family. You've got the normal Prius, the hatchback, and now you have the C, and this is the entry-level one. So basically, starting at under $19,000, you've got the C, then you move up to the Generation 3 Prius, then you get the Prius 5, which is sort of a minivan, and then you're off to the plug-in hybrid, which is purely a plug-in car. So there's 4 to choose from, and they're all great choices, because what you're doing when you're driving a Prius, basically, you're saving the world. Now, I have a Generation 2 Prius, and I love it. Basically, any way I drive it, I get at least 40 miles a gallon. And if everyone drove one, well, the world could be a much better place. We wouldn't have to fight over foreign oil, and that would be a good thing. So, you also know I'm a sports car guy. And being a sports car guy, you might say, hey, how can you like driving a Prius? Well, the real fact of it is, just like I really enjoy driving a sports car on a racetrack, trying to get a quicker time or negotiate my way around a quick turn as fast as possible, you can also drive the Prius that way. You can sort of hypermile it. And when you do, actually, the higher end Prius C, the 3 and 4, they actually will tell you how well you're doing. They'll give you your top 3 scores in terms of overall fuel economy. So you can treat it as a game, actually. So really, it is enjoyable to drive the Prius in a different way than it's different for me to drive my Porsche 911. Strange, but true. So I really think the Prius C here is going to bring hybrid ownership to lots more people, and I think that's a great thing. I'm Drivin Ivan Katz.